Hey guys, this is Rahul and this is my tutorial, part 1 of my video series of the tutorial on how to solve the 4x4 Rubik's Revenge. Now before you're watching this video, I hope you know how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube and you have referred to the advanced tutorial of the last layer. Because first for the 3x3, because after we're done with the 4x4 method, we're going to solve it exactly like a 3x3. That is 4x4 method includes solving the centers and the edge pairing, and also the advanced tutorial of the last layer I prefer because I'm going to be using most of the things from that. So now I have nothing more to introduce. So first step will be solving the centers, all the 6 centers, and we're going to be pairing up all the 12 edges like this, and then finally solve it like a 3x3. So you have to have a good orientation. You have to have a good idea of the orientation of the colors. So now let's get started. I'm gonna give it a good jumble. It takes a good time to jumble. Okay, so now that looks like a pretty good jumble, doesn't need more of it. So now first step, we're going to be solving the white center. So now we look up for any white corner piece. Here we have a single one. So now we need a match. We have to keep a corner piece, match up a white corner piece with this, either over here or here. Now we don't want a pattern like this, alright? So now we have this in the top left, so we can put it in the top right. We put this in the top right, and then we just put it up. Alright, so we have that line. Now we have another corner here, so we can put it here or here. So we put it either in the top right or the bottom right. I'm just going to put it in the bottom right. Okay, so now we just put it up, and there we have a L, right? So we have an L there, and now we search for the last white corner, which is here. So now you think that we can do it like a normal 3x3. Well, only in the white center it's possible to do it like that, but I'm going to be showing you a method. So now when we have the L, we're going to keep it in a pattern which is like this, where the bottom right corner of the center is vacant. So that's already in this case, and then we're gonna put the corner which has to go in that spot in the top left. This can be in the bottom face as well, but in any case you have to put it in the top left. You can also put this like that and this in the top right, but I'm just gonna take it for example like this. So now what we have to do when we have this all set up, we're gonna bring this layer, this piece to match up with this. We're gonna turn this front face 90 degrees so that it's vertical, and then we just put it back up. So now we have the white center. Now we move on to the opposite, which is the yellow center. Right, so we have none of the yellow pieces here. So now we have this corner which we can bring up. So we bring it up, but now when you bring up this yellow corner piece, you see that this white one is getting spoiled, or rather it's getting out of its place. So what you do, you bring this corner up, you move it out of the way on which this layer is moving, so you move it out of the way, and then you can bring this down. So this is safe, and we've brought this up. So we're gonna do that for every case. So now we have one corner. This is in the top right, but it needs to be either in the bottom right or here. So we don't want this pattern again. So we put it in the bottom right, and then we put it up. Again, the white gets out of its place, so we move it out of the way. Now in this case, we can't move it this way, alright? So you have to keep that in mind. So we bring it up, move it out of the way, and then bring the white center down. So now we have this as well as this saved. So now we move on to the next, which is here. Again, we have it, so we can put it in either place. So we just now in this case we can just do that, move it out of the way and bring it down, but what happens, this corner comes down. So what we do when we have a line and we need to put one corner up here, so what you do, you're gonna keep this corner and the line in a straight line, like somewhere like this. Well, we're doing it with this corner, so this is on the left side, so we put this on the left side as well. We have this, so what we do, we bring that face up, white's screwed up, so now we move this out of the way, so that when we put this layer down, the white is preserved and these two come back to match up, right? So now we have that L case again, it's already in the position we wanted to, so now we just need to put this in the top left. We bring this down to match up with this. We turn the front face once and then we bring it back up. So now we have the white and yellow centers solved. Now we move on to the middle layer centers. So now for the middle layer centers, you know the color orientation is that, okay, red is opposite to orange, orange is opposite to red, blue is opposite to green, green is opposite to blue. But we need to also keep the orientation of two adjacent centers in our mind. So now to keep that in mind, we have a trick that the white, the red, and the blue centers are in an anti-clockwise. You need to remember the order: white, red, and blue, anti-clockwise. So that means that the red center needs to be here. We can also check with the corners. We already have the corner in place, white, red, and blue. So you can see since red is matching up here, so the red center has to be here. So we solve the red center. We have this piece right here. We can match this up with that. Now we have this piece here, so we don't need to do the line because this is the middle layer and the white and yellow are on either sides. When we move on to the next center after red, then we'll have to do that. So now we have this, so we can simply bring it up. Okay, there it is. So now we have one corner left, which is here, and it's already set up, except this needs to be here. There. So now we bring this down to match it up with this. Turn the front face and then bring it back up. So now we have the red. So now we move on to the blue. So we have the blue here. Now again the red is solved, so we need to, in this case we need the this pair and this piece to be in a line. So this is in the left, we put this in the left. You can also put this into the right. So now we have it in a line, so we bring this up. We move it out of the way and then we bring this down. So we have this. Now we have the backwards L, but we don't have a blue piece here, it's rather here at the bottom. So it doesn't matter, we have this, we have the bottom right corner vacant, so we put this in the top left. In this case, in the previous cases, we used to just turn it once. So now we just turn this face twice to match it up with this. Turn the front face once, and then just match it up. Okay, so now we have the white, the red, and the blue centers in an anti-clockwise. Now we can see that since this is blue, green needs to be here. So don't get confused that, okay, majority of the green is here, so green will be here. You need to keep the color orientation in mind. So blue is here, so green will be here. So we bring the majority of green up. So we bring this line up. Blue gets screwed, so we move it out of the way twice, because if we did this, this would come down. So twice and bring this down. So now we have the L. We can take either. So now in the last two centers, we can have the L on both the faces. So we can do and take any of the faces and do it. So now we have the green on top. So I'm just going to take the green, put it like that, put this in the top left. We match it up, move it to the right, and then bring it up. So there we have the centers all matched up or oriented. The next video will be to match up the edges somewhat like this, which I just got by luck. So that'll be my next video. You can refer to my channel, or if you have the video upcoming on the right side of your screen, you can click that. So that's it for this. we'll be doing the edge pairing in the next video.